There has been quite some noise around the Movo VXR10, as some argue that it even outperforms the RØDE Micro. Since the price was so low, I couldn't resist to order one and give an honest review and show some examples so you can decide for yourself, should you get one or not. But how does it sound on Sony's mirrorless cameras? It should sound loud and clear, but what are the downsides? Let's find out. Without further ado, let's put this bad boy to work. While connecting it, it's super simple. Just plug in this 3.5mm jack and you're good to go. No batteries, no switches, just plug and go. Simple as that. Mounting it is easy as well with this hot shoe. And usually I'm using my Zoom H1 recorder with this eBay $15 to $20 no brand lavalier microphone, and it sort of does its job. But to test this mic, I will run a couple of tests in a regular home YouTube setup style. I don't have noise cancelling blankets around the room or any other fancy things. You can hear the wind and some cars on the street, so that's how it's gonna be. I advise you to wear headphones to better pick up the hiss or background or street noises if there are any to be recorded.
What are you doing with my headphones?
Round 1.
So now the Movo mic is mounted on the camera on the Sony, and it is about 2 meters away, and that is how my voice sounds with it, and this is how it sounds when I'm not speaking. As you can hear, the sound of course is very different from the lavalier microphone. Personally, I like it. And there is not too much hissing, even without the post-production. You do hear some background noises. Now, a lot of you might be using a boom mic or some other stand, which most likely should not be visible in the frame. I unfortunately do not have an overhead boom stand, so I'm just gonna come closer to the camera and record from there so you see what it would sound if I'm about half a meter away.
Round 2.
So this is how it sounds when being recorded about 50 centimeters from me. I expect that if you have the boom mic, you would have approximately the same distance. I have the thing on the camera just to imitate how it would sound like if it would be on the boom mic. Of course, we don't have to do the silence test because we already did that before. So let's get back to the video. The last test, not really related with Sony users, but in case you are a Canon user and do not want to damage your sound recording straight into the camera, you can use a recorder such as Zoom H1 and then sync the audio file with the video later in post-production.
Final round.
So this is how it sounds when recorded into Zoom H1 and being placed about 30-20 centimeters from me. Potential problems. I have heard about 3 potential problems so far with this mic, but I have not noticed them myself. Number 1, it might fail when used in the temperatures below -30 degrees. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to test it at such extreme temperatures. Number 2, there can be some static on the picture as reported by another YouTuber, Greg Wild, when there is a huge interference in the air. I have not seen that and I have no idea how to replicate it. And number 3, it might be too sensitive. Well, yes and no. If you have it very close and you do not see the input in the camera correctly and you scream and yell, yes, it can be too sensitive, but you really have to try hard for that to happen. One thing I did notice myself though, and it is that this shock mount or suspension, whatever you call it, is plastic. Before buying it, I thought it will be either rubber or very soft plastic, but it's sort of hard plastic, if you will. And if you don't have the camera on the tripod and you are keeping it in your hands, it does pick up some sound, not as horrible as holding and recording purely through Zoom H1, but still you hear quite some noise, like this. If it is on a mic stand or on a camera, which is on a tripod, 0 problems. Handheld? Well, maybe wear gloves. So guys, my verdict is this. If you own a Sony mirrorless camera and you don't have or you don't want to spend $250 on a pro mic, then I can guarantee you that this Movo VXR10 will be great investment and you will significantly improve your sound quality compared with what it records through the camera. Here is supposed to be a video where I put this mic to test in the outdoor vlog setup, some wind tests and so on. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around, very much appreciated, and if you don't want to miss other budget tips and tricks that could improve your photos or videos and save a ton of money, then make sure you subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you and see ya!